Hello everyone and welcome back to more Zelda Majora's Mask, and in this episode we are now going to be experimenting with the item that we got for defeating the mini-boss, which was the ice arrows, allowing us to do a certain thing. And pretty much, did it do this as well in Ocarina of Time? I don't know really, because ever since I got really ice arrows in Ocarina of Time and I found out that they weren't actually needed for particularly anything in the game, it's just for your own amusement, I suppose. That pretty much, made me just decide that, there's not really much need in, using them in general then, is there, or so. Whereas these ones, actually, will cause certain things to happen when using them. I'm trying to build, suspense here, but this isn't working very well, is it? Alright, anyways. So I'm just going to swim right on over here, as Tattle, I believe, when I climb onto this particular ledge, is going to tell me something, right? Yes, indeed you are. Cool. If you could somehow step on top of that Octorok, I bet you'd be able to climb onto that central pillar. But the Octorok is so squishy and it keeps squirming around. There's gotta be something you could do. Absolutely, that's pretty much what the ice arrows are for. Oh, let me just take out my shield. There we go, cool. I was literally just about to get hit then. These things always scare the crap out of me, because some of the timings, and when they actually shoot their rocks and that is really, really annoying in places. But we're able to freeze the Octorok and use it as a platform. Kind of similar to the sense of Breath of the Wild in this case. If you even get hit, Link, oh my god, wow, that was good. Cool, because I had that time also where I had to use that shield, in order to basically stop it from hitting me, but it kind of forced me to jump off again, so it's really annoying in places. But yeah, it's kind of similar to the aspect of Breath of the Wild. When you get that particular rod, I forget what it is actually, because I haven't really played Breath of the Wild in quite a bit of time, to be honest. I need to get back to that. I got somewhat far though, I think. It's a really, really freaking awesome game though. Oh my god. Oh wait, also I just equipped the Zora Mask by accident and stuff, but still. So yeah, it's kind of similar to that, because you use that basically to freeze the water, and yeah, that's all there is to it really. Anyway, I don't really need the Great Fairies Mask on. I was just mainly doing that just to see if there were any more stray fairies in this area, but it doesn't seem to be, so everything would hopefully be okay. And that's what I mean by, paying attention to the triangles on your map, because if you looked before in that basically showed the red triangle. In fact, I just literally came out here now, so I know which one I just literally came out of to save confusion and stuff. Okay, right now, trying to do this is somewhat annoying, because there is one method where you can literally just run up to it and then try to hit the pot. However, what I tend to like to do, okay, is align it okay, maybe not like this, but just do it around the opposite way from where the current is going, and then try to hit it with your cutters. It is easier said than done, though, to be honest. And there you go, just like that, cool. So as soon as you hit it, that is basically when you want to keep running around in circles and just try to get to the center, and then grab the stray fairy that way. Yes, that is a very annoyingly placed stray fairy, I will admit. I often have troubles from that one, with that one also from time to time. Anyway, so I came from the one below, didn't I? Yes. So that means now what I can do is... In fact, should I do the next mini-boss or so? Because that one literally leads to the boss's key. And I think it might be better just to get it now, just so it's all out of the way and stuff. Okay, so if you're following where I'm going right here, okay, we're going to be led now back into this room. And a certain thing that we can do... If I just get rid of all these bloody fish, those fish really freaking annoy me from time to time and stuff. Yeah, if I get out my ice arrows, we're able to freeze an Octorok as we saw before. But they also allow us to basically make surfaces onto the water. So of course, if I use my ice arrows right now and point them down, and then you basically find this ice form right here, and we're able to use this as platforms to get by. That's honestly quite a clever way to use it, to be honest, but still. Anyways, yes, I mainly want to make sure though that, oh boy. Oh wow, I actually made it. Cool. Sometimes you want to make sure that you don't aim things too far, or else, you're basically going to hit the water, and that's not good or anything. But most of the time, okay, when you do actually land into the water, those icicles, for how high they are, or at least just ice blocks that you're creating, for how high they are, that pretty much is ideal for Link's height when swimming, meaning that you don't really have to, jump from a high platform in order to get up to the top with them or anything. So if you fall in the water, you can literally just climb up straight onto them. Sorry about that, a bit of a sneeze. Okay, right, cool. So we're in this room now, and oh yeah, this one isn't actually the mini-boss. Okay, one thing, when you get in this room immediately, grab it as soon as you freeze it, okay? As soon as you literally get in before it moves, freeze it, push it over here, and then literally climb up to the top as fast as you can, because this film melts down so fast and it's really annoying. Okay, cool. Can I actually also pull this right before it gets me? Yeah, I can. Cool. Because then this strange thing's gonna happen. I always love that from time to time. I don't know why. It's just while I'm pulling this, because it's a cutscene going on, anything that hits me doesn't actually cause damage. So of course that mouse just charges into me and basically commits suicide. Okay, right. So, no! Don't put on your bloody Zora mask. Ah, boy. Analog stick strike again. Okay, and there's like no other stray fairies in this room, so I'm safe to go. Except I'm kind of curious actually, because some of these might contain arrows and stuff, and I have like 29, and having the max 50 might be a little bit more ideal. Or bombs as well. And also arrows, yeah. So it's kind of worth just breaking everything. I have that kind of sense though whenever I play Zelda. I'm like, pots! Must smash the pots and stuff, you know, or bloody crates. I must roll into them. I must collect stuff and destroy everything in sight. It's like I'm the Shadow the Hedgehog, basically, of the Zelda universe. In that sense. I haven't actually played Shadow the Hedgehog for the PS2 in quite a while, except ideally I've heard that the GameCube version is pretty much the best version to play, because as a kid, I grew up with the PS2 version, given the fact that I didn't really actually grow up with a GameCube, but having heard that the GameCube version is better, I kind of just picked that one up, and yeah, it is, really, because I don't know, it just has better performance and stuff, and there's much less slowdown going on, and I don't know. That was always the way though, kind of like with PS2 and GameCube, it was always GameCube for some reason, was more powerful. Now, I'm not saying that PS2 sucked or anything. I mean, no, PS2 is a freaking awesome console. It has some of, like, the best games ever, and that's, you know, particularly ones like, well, at least I haven't played this yet. I do own it, but I need to get to it, called Shadow of the Colossus. Oh, my God. Shadow of the Colossus is freaking awesome and stuff. So it does have its good fair share of titles and stuff, but what I'm basically saying is performance-wise, you know, the GameCube was always better. Hence, that's why, you know, when I did an LP of Sonic Heroes, I did the GameCube version, because, well, it's just the better version, really, compared to, like, the PS2 version of Sonic Heroes, because that one had a not very good frame rate going on, you know, and it slowed down in places, and it just wasn't very well polished, whereas the GameCube ran in 60 frames per second, like, all the way to the very end, and, you know, like, even in the PS2 version, some of, like, the sound effects were missing and stuff, so, you know, that just basically sells it for, like, why I think the GameCube performs better than the PS2 in this case. It's weird though to find that a small cube, you know, particularly like with just 4 controller ports and that, can perform better than the PS2, which was like this massive beast of a console back in the day. But still, I don't know, man. Anyways, right. So I'm in this particular room because it's going to take me to a mini-boss, and like I said, I could literally save this one for later, given the fact that, you know, this literally will take us immediately to the boss's key, but I like to get this one just in case, because, like, in this temple, like I was talking about before, you know, in the previous episode, I basically explained that, you know, certain rooms that you go into, you cannot leave, particularly. I mean, you have to do some certain puzzles all over again, and if I find that I have to do that while I'm trying to get, you know, then I just realized that, oh my god, yeah, I literally have to go back and then get this particular boss key, then that's going to be a bit of an annoyance, because, you see, we can only get to this room, remember this, okay, we can only literally get to this room when the current is flowing in this particular direction, okay, the current direction that's been going on in that main room where I'm swinging about and trying to go through those little doors. That is the only way we can get to this. Later on, we're going to change that direction, okay, meaning that I can no longer get into this room, so of course I do not want to find that, you know, when I do literally change the direction, to find that then, oh my god, yeah, I literally have to now change the direction again in order just to go back to this particular room to get the boss key. That would be like some sort of water temple problem going on, you know? Also, to get this guy down a lot faster, what I'd recommend you to do is follow where he's going, okay? And as soon as he stops, perform a jump attack on him, okay? That will cause a lot more damage that way. Most people tend to just mainly get this guy down with arrows, and then just, oh god, actually he's going to grab me like this, isn't he? At least it gets him to show off what he does. Okay, when you get captured in his bubble, he literally just does some Shenmue crap on you, and then decides to throw you out. He takes a bit of damage for you, okay? As you saw right there for how many hearts I lost. And he throws you really far, wow. Props to him. So of course, when he flashes, stay out of the way of this thing, okay? So then you can turn around, Z target onto him, and then freeze him with your arrows. And like I was saying, as soon as he falls down, dead target onto him again. Watch out for the bubbles that he tries to froze. And then particularly when he slows down, as per usual, jump attack. And then that's it. He'll be down in 2 hits, you know. Because remember, the Gilded Sword in particular is a lot more powerful, you know, compared to our swords and stuff, even like Deku Sticks nowadays, which is very much needed. Oh yeah, also, this frog right here. This will be needed for that particular mask that I found much back if I... Well, let me do a little flashback for a second. Oh. Unfortunately, it seems not all of our members have gathered. Perhaps it is because winter was too long? They must not have realized that spring has come to the mountains. And when the great Dongaro has come for us, too, what a pity. Where in the world could the other members be? What could they be doing? Yep, that's pretty much where this comes into play. So how about we literally put on Dongaro's mask and have a word of it? Ah, Dongaro, it has been so long. What has brought you all this way? Could it be you came all this way looking for me? Ah, you need not say a thing. Upon seeing that face, I understand. Is it true? But I had heard that it was still winter in the mountains. When spring comes, I shall definitely go to the mountains. So, let us meet again. And yeah, you pretty much have to do this for every frog that you find. And if you remember, if you've been like watching the majority of like this LP, I've said the word majority a lot of this LP. I swear I'm not trying to make a pun or anything. You know, if you like go to the place outside the Deku's Palace, in this case Southern Swamp, there was one there. There was also one at Clocktown outside, you know where Gulu Gulu was when playing us that song. And there's another one in other places. I kind of forgot some of them to be honest, but I will remember them when I actually get to it or so. So what I'm mainly going to be doing, okay, is after I've finished the Great Bay Temple, I'm probably going to be going around and doing that Dongelo side quest and that, given the fact that we do get something rather nice at the end of it, okay? Anyways, right, cool, yeah, I'm just going to get this whole boss key just mainly out of the way, just for convenience or so. Because otherwise, like I say, I'm going to have to change the currents and then go back to this room. Because, like, even though at the beginning I said that you only literally have to do things once. Yes, but that's only the ones that literally have one valve to turn, I believe. Also, I believe it's valve, isn't it? It's better than calling it turny thingamabob what's it doodah and thing, isn't it? And yeah, so basically, you know, those two things that we saw at the beginning, which had the two valves, which were the yellow and the red, those are the ones that change directions. Those are the ones that you will have to turn from time to time, depending on which direction of the water that you plan to go to, okay? Anyways, right, cool. So now what I would like to do is go into here and then drop down, because you'll notice, actually, with that red thing that I turned, do you notice how now, okay, just out of nowhere, the pipes suddenly are flowing? That is one detail or so you want to pay attention to in the Great Bay Temple to make things a lot easier so that you understand, you know, basically how everything... Oh god, that was weird. To make you basically understand how everything works in general, okay? If the pipes are not flowing, that basically means that they will not continue on to the other room and, you know, it won't make a change. And what I mean by this change also is if I look back, okay, let me just go back to the very first room, which is all the way over there. In fact, I'll look at first person from this sort of distance just for convenience or so. Notice that red pipe, okay? That red pipe right there is connected into the main room, okay? Before that, it was not flowing before I turned that switch. And given the fact it literally leads directly from that room into the room I'm in right now, that shows that that one will change the direction of the way this is flowing. However, we can't do anything about that just yet. In fact, you know what, just for convenience or so, I literally want to do this particular thing, which is the thing that I was talking about, where I was talking about mainly that, you know, physics in Zelda don't make sense. Here's my example, okay, watch this. Okay, so, freezing a waterfall. A waterfall, don't forget this, okay? I'm freezing a waterfall and stuff causes it to magically disappear and ice to form up right above into the ceiling. No idea how that works, but whatever. Anyways, alright, cool, so we got... Oh god, they want of these things, cool. I would kindly like to get rid of this thing to begin with, because otherwise he's going to really annoy me. Tights can be right a pain in the ass sometimes, given the fact they just keep constantly jumping at you, and I'm just like, oh for god's sake, go away please, you know? Although, oh god, wow, it's already freaking night of the first day. Okay, that is one reason why I always like to do this temple with the inverted Song of Time. You can try to do it without the inverted Song of Time, but good luck, because bloody hell, this level does take a while. Even for me, when I know exactly what I'm doing, it can take a bit of time in places. Also, hopefully I'm going to climb up. Can I climb up? Yes, I can. Cool, so my theory for what I was basically explaining about earlier was correct. And now I'm just going to pull, like, this, yeah, I was going to pull. Why did I push it for some reason? That was weird. Yeah. I'm mainly just going to pull this and that so this one activates, because now you're going to see that the pipe flows. You want to mainly do this for every pipe, you know, that you see in the Great Bay Temple. So you want to find every one of these and then activate them, just so that then the water is pretty much flowing everywhere, okay? So keep note of that. And now what I would like to do is go over to this bit. Yeah, I'm going to go over to here and that, because this one actually has a... Does it? In fact, no, I don't think it does. I was going to say it had like a yellow sort of turny thing for me to do, but that was at the very beginning. This one literally just has a pipe that leads directly into this. Okay, cool. Oh, by the way, when using ice arrows, do them at an angle, okay? Because sometimes, oh my god, I'm not even going to Z target if that's the case. Sometimes you'll find that... No, Link! What are you doing? Yeah, basically what I was explaining about before, where when you do things at an angle, it's a lot better that way, because otherwise, if you just shoot directly towards things, it will think that it's a platform in the way, and then the ice will just not form at all in this case, you know, it will just think it's a wall blocking it. So like that particular part down there, you know, but still. Anyways, oh my god, there's a Tektite right here. It is so risky to be shooting across the water with ice using this platform when I've got this bloody thing on my tail. So you know what, I'm going to get rid of it with arrows just to be on the safe side. I mainly want to play things a little bit safely when doing this, otherwise that is going to be a right old pain in the ass. Because this particular one here is somewhat a little strange to get, okay? So there's a strafe fairy literally directly above us. In fact, there's a couple of things. Oh god. Wow, I thought I literally just pierced myself then, like at the bottom of this ice. Climb. There we go. Yeah, cool. Because, somewhere, I believe it's around this sort of mark. If I just suddenly aim up with my hook shot, there should be a... Oh my god, really? Can I just reach from here? Screw you! Wait, what about now? Oh my god, really? I am that far away from it. Well, fine. So be it. I'll just aim my other blooming thing over here and then get it this way. Thankfully, those fish cannot jump up at you. Oh my god, really? Again? How far do you want me to be from this bloody thing? Oh my god. Right, let me just walk over this one then. Yeah, that's what I mean. Trying to align yourself with this one in particular is a bit annoying. Okay, now? Now it'll work. Okay, yeah. That is the hookshot target that you want to go to, because all the other ones, while they are available, they literally just lead you straight up to get rupees and then go back down again. So, you know, it's not really worth your time that much, because up here, there shall be, if I open it, I always forget which side of a chest it is to open. It's straight fairy. Of course, now it's not shimmering anymore, so of course, that's everything. And that's rather nice. I also just realized that at the end of this temple, given the fact that we always get like a heart container at the end, we're going to have 15 heart containers. Like, literally, we've got 5 more left, and that's it. We've got all the heart containers in the game. I'm not even at, like, the final dungeon yet. This is the second to last one. You know? That's confusing. Alright, anyway, so now I can do that thing. So I'd like to jump down. Maybe. That didn't really work at all, though, did it? Fine. Like I said, though, if this happens, there's nothing to worry about too much, because you can always just, like, climb up onto the ledges to make things a bit easier. Hold on. Oh, boy. Interruptions, I apologize. But anyways, yes. So now I turn that green thing, that should have... Did it change the current? I don't think it actually did. No, it doesn't actually, because I need to deactivate it, of course. I explained about that at the beginning, didn't I? Great, even I'm losing track myself. I will find that, though, from half the time, like, even though... Yes, I will keep saying it. This is my favourite temple in the game, mainly because I just like how it works for like water mechanics and things and how different it is. And I find that with a little bit of careful looking about and how everything works, you'll find that it's not that too bad. I will agree that even I just sometimes get a bit lost in this place, but I like that. I like to sometimes get lost in a Zelda dungeon, because otherwise, if I just get through a dungeon easily, I'm just going to be like, that dungeon was easy, I want more of a challenge, you know? This is my type of challenge, and I like it. What can I say? Okay, yeah. So I activated that red thing, okay? That leads, because now it's flowing out of here and that, yeah, that came straight from here and led directly into this bit, which would power up that red thing over there, okay? If you did not pull that red switch, you know, particularly in that room, where I had to freeze that choo-choo and then use it as like an icicle in order to get up to the top. If you did not do that, you would not be able to have that come up or so, yeah? Because that will allow us access to this particular bit. And now, okay, here's the clever thing, which I rather like. This is the main thing that will change the direction of the water in the Great Bay Temple. Because when I pull this one, suddenly this one starts. However, okay, because there's like two bits of water going on at the same time, it causes the water wheel to completely stop, and then everything just stops working. So now, given the fact we found out before that, you know, the yellow water wheel was the one that, you know, caused the water to flow in that particular direction, how about we turn that one off, and now we should find that that red one should change it in the other direction instead, allowing us to go in those other doors, you know? That's what I like about it, really. I mean, given the fact that, yeah, sure, you have to, like, turn these valves on and off depending on how much you get done, I like the fact that when you do literally just turn the ones which only have, like, one valve on them, they literally sink down so you don't have to worry about them again. Again, you know, that was one problem I had with, like, Ocarina of Time's Water Temple and that. Even though, again, like, I honestly still don't really find the Water Temple that bad either, to be honest. I'm kind of a bit of an odd Zelda fan, if I'm going to be honest. But even that one, you know, it was rather annoying how you had to keep constantly changing the water levels up and down, up and down, up and down. Whereas this one is, as soon as you've literally turned the valves, you have nothing to worry about. The only valves you literally have to worry about after that are those two in here, okay? And the reason why I've done the green one, well, that's pretty much for the one at the very end, okay? So of course, even though we have like the red and yellow to deal with, the green one, the one that I turned early, you know, causing that one to flow down, is the one that literally leads into the last room, and that will be for, like, for convenience, okay? Anyway, right, cool, so now I've got all that done and over with, I honestly reckon just for convenience and stuff, I'm going to call off this episode right here. So, in the next episode of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, we'll be diving into that water and finding out how water works. Hey, see what I did there? I didn't intend for that, but never mind. So take care, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one.